Tegan and I have been very indecisive of what we want for dinner tonight, and we sort of thought, because it's summer and there's so much vegetables in the garden and everything's really cheap at like the vegetable shops and stuff, that we'd sort of make like a macaroni cheese crashed over with vegetables and all sorts of stuff. So we're sort of having a little debate of what we think needs to go in it.
Healthy and not so healthy.
Yeah, pretty much. Tegan really wants to put whole grain mustard in it, and Ashley is a little bit indecisive.
Yeah, not convinced.
But Tegan's the boss. Gotta listen to her. So I suppose I put it in it. And she also wants to put one of these. A spicy thing. A chili. Okay, so just a quick overview of all the bits and pieces you're gonna need. I've got some just plain flour. You can use whatever type of flour you like. Some milk, the more fat content the better, I reckon, for cheese sauce. Salt and pepper, of course, need seasoning. Little macaroni thingies. Cheese, of course, cheese. Need some butter. We've got our whole grain mustard and we've got our chili. We're going to put some tomatoes on the top just to freshen it up a bit. Onion, garlic. We love garlic in this house.
Always have to have garlic.
Always have to have garlic in this house, so like, if you don't like garlic, don't put it in, obviously. We're going to put some mushrooms in, because mushrooms is also another big favourite. And also I've got some fresh herbs out of the garden. And we're just going to serve it all with some steamed green veggies, just to make sure it is extra healthy. Just going to bring a pot of salted water to the boil for our pasta. Chuck some butter into the pan, and I'm going to chuck the onions. Since Tegan decided she wants chili in her mac and cheese vegetable thing we're making, I'm going to make her eat a piece.
I'm not convinced it's going to be spicy. It could just be like a texture. It's a weird thing that's growing in my garden, so if my head explodes, you'll know it's hot.
It's only a little piece, because I'm 9. Okay, I'm not having a piece that big. Okay, that was quite a big piece.
So far it's just like capsicum.
It's just like capsicum. So the onions and garlic have softened a bit. So next step is chuck in your flour, just pretty much enough to soak up the butter. Oh, I made a bit of a mess. Sugar not cleaning up.
There you are.
Okay, and now we're going to slowly start adding our milk. Okay, so for the adding the milk step, I usually get myself a whisk. It's just easier to combine it all together.
And if you don't have one, use a fork.
And if you don't have one, use a fork. There you go. And so the best idea really is to make sure the heat's on low. Well, it's a little bit hot, and gradually add the milk, like a little bit. It's also really smart if you actually remember to put the pasta in the pot as well. Chuck it all in. You just give it a stir through so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Okay, so make sure you keep mixing up your pasta, otherwise it's going to stick to the bottom of the pan, and that's a really good time. And it usually takes around about 8 to 10 minutes or so. Chuck your oven on bake around 180 or so, because we're just going to pop this all in the oven with some cheese on top and get it all melting. Also, the cheese sauce is coming together. Okay, so just taking the pasta off the boil. We will drain that. Okay, so I've just taken the cheese sauce off the heat so it doesn't burn. Now is to put the cheese in it. Honestly, however cheesy you like it, just cheese that amount. Chuck the mushrooms in. Mushrooms. The chili capsicum thingy majig stuff. And also going to put about a tableish spoon of whole grain mustard and some seasoning. Okay, all mixed together. Going to chuck some parsley in there because you know we're healthy and stuff. It's green. And then we're going to hopefully hope the pot is big enough to mix the mac and cheese in. Oh, just the mac. We'll mix the mac into the cheese. Whoop. That was good aiming. That was good aiming. By now you're thinking, can I just eat it now? But no, it'll taste 1,000 times better with tomato and cheese on top. Trust me. Yeah, so the final step before we pop it in the oven is chuck it in a oven safe dish. I'm just going with glass one. And then we're going to top it off with some tomatoes, salt, pepper and some cheese. Okay, so this is what the bad boy should be looking like right about now. If you've got some breadcrumbs, that would be good to put on top, but we don't have breadcrumbs.